बोले श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राधा रानी की जय। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मनां त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना बरहापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रदवासा कनककपिशं वैजयन्ती च माला रन्ध्रान् वेणु रधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणम् प्राविशद्गीतकीर्ति नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ध्वं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले भक्ति योग रसावतार जगत गुरु 1008 श्री स्वामी श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की। In the year 1957, 14th of January, in what was known as Kashi, and today Varanasi in India, a very special event took place. इसी दिन को मकर संक्रांति कहते हैं। अब सूर्य नारायण उत्तरायण हो गया। सब देवता लोग जाके This day is called Makar Sankranti. I explained yesterday, the sun enters into Capricorn. Makar means Capricorn. Makar Rashi. The devatas haven't slept for 6 months, our time, 12 hours their time, have woken up again. The sun is moving northwards. But everything is auspicious. As I mentioned yesterday, even Bhishma Pitama, the grandsire, during the battle of Kurukshetra, Mahabharata, the war between the Kauravas and Pandavas. When Arjuna had slain Bhishma Pitamaha, had fallen in the battlefield. Many arrows had pierced his body. Then he asks Arjuna to even shoot more arrows in the ground and make a bed for him. वो बानों का बिस्तर बनाया और उसी में लेट गए. He lay on that bed of arrows for 6 months until this day of Makar Sankranti. Then he let the life leave the body. He had the control. वो महापुरुष थे, he was saint. But this day is very auspicious. Very briefly, I mentioned yesterday, the same Gaurang Mahaprabhu who had appeared in the year 1486 in a place called Navadvip in India on the full moon night of the month of Phagun, February. He only stayed in the world. This is Gaurang Mahaprabhu was the descension of Radha Krishna. दो एक हो गए. Both combined and became one and descended as Gaurang Mahaprabhu. He stayed in the world only 48 years, reviving the supreme path of bhakti, divine love for God, and chanting the importance of chanting God's name. कि भगवान नाम में बैठे हैं, that God is sitting in the name. नाम नाम कार्य बहुधा निज सर्व शक्तिस तरतार पिता नियमिता स्मरणे न काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिहा जनिनानुरागः. भगवान के अनंत नाम है और उन्होंने अपने सारे शक्ति उस नाम में भर दिया, बैठ गए नाम में. और उस नाम लेने के कोई नियम नहीं बनाया. इतना कृपा है. लेकिन हमारे दुर्भाग्य है कि उस नाम लेने में अनुराग नहीं है. Shri Krishna has uncountable names, and He so merciful has taken all His power and put in the name. He is sitting in the name. Plus, He has made no rules for taking the name, which direction you should face, whether you should take a bath or not, what kind of clothes you should wear, nothing. Koi kaha baitha, where to sit, nothing. No rules. Etadhishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. Hey Shri Krishna, your mercies, your graces to the highest limit. Lekin, but my durbhagya, my misfortune is also to the highest limit, in that I do not have love for taking your name. He established all of this. the importance of supremacy of the path of loving God, bhakti. But he only stayed 48 years. अब जाने से पहले वो अपने माँ से वादा दिया कि हे माँ, फिर मैं 2 बार आऊंगा लोक कल्याण के लिए. Before leaving, he promised his mother, Sachi Ma, I give you my word that I'll come back 2 more times. For the benefit of the world and uplifting the worldly souls, I promise you I'll come back 2 more times. This type of dissension where Radha Krishna combine. Keeping the words and the promise he made to his mother, he again descended in the year 1922 in a remote village called Mangar in the district of Pratapgarh, India. On the full moon night of Sharad Purnima, I told you I went in detail yesterday of the importance of Sharad Purnima. This was the night that Bhagwan Krishna performed Maharas a little more than 5,000 years ago with the gopis in Vrindavan. Ek Brahma Ratri tak. For one night of Brahma, so long, nobody knew. अपने योग माया शक्ति से सब कुछ रोक दिया. With the power of Yoga Maya, Shri Krishna stopped the world. The sun, the moon, everything, the stars, everything stopped moving. And Maharas went on for one night of Brahma, one kalp. 4,294,080,000 years. Nobody knew. The highest divine ecstasy, highest divine love were given to deserving souls only. I also told about this yesterday. This night is very important. He chose this night to descend at midnight. He had a very playful and divine childhood. Everyone fell in love with him. He went to join his brother, Ram Naresh Tripathi, whom he was very attached to, and who was a professor in the college. At the tender age of 16, he entered the dense forest of Chitrakoot. I told you, this place called Chitrakoot is of very great significance. During the 14 years of banishment, Bhagwan Shri Ram, Sita, Ma Sita and Lakshman spent the majority of time in Chitrakoot. At that time, the year was 1938. The forest was very dense. Wild animals roamed. Lions, tigers, cheetah, etc. He went through that dense forest. और क्या किया वहाँ किसी को पता नहीं. And what happened while he was in there? He stayed almost 2 years. Hardly no one knows. और कोई साथ में नहीं थे. No one else was with him. But from little bit was told, and those who saw him, he was always absorbed in that divine Madhanak Mahabhav, because he is Radharani personified. Only Radharani can experience Madhanak Mahabhav, not even Shri Krishna. Eventually he merged in Vrindavan after about 2 years. And there, again, always in that Mahabhav, state of Mahabhav, there was another saint, Sri Bake Bihari Ji, who saw him, realized in his divinity, gave him residence in a dharmshala, and devotees started taking care of him. Many thought that he was Shukadev Paramhans had descended again. He was only 18 years old, but he had not eaten. Who knows what happened in 2 years when he had eaten or not. He was extremely skinny, all duplicate. But his body was golden in complexion, very fair. And had long matted hair, was completely naked. So like Shukadev Ji, he had stayed in the womb of the mother for 12 years. And when he came out, he was Paramhans. With eyes closed, he ran into the forest and sat in Samadhi. And always remained naked. So people seeing this young boy and his divinity always in that divine state of ecstasy, thought he was Shukadev Paramhans. So they started calling him Paramhansji. I told you, so this news soon spread all over, especially to the close villages like Mathura, Agra, etc. Lots of people started to come to have his darshan. 2 people came. One was Sri Jamki Prasad and one was Lakshman Sarup Bhatnagar. I made a little correction here. Jamki Prasad was the Dhani Seth, the rich person. He lived in Agra. And he was a great devotee of Sri Krishna. His daughter-in-law was also a great devotee. Later on she became known as Braj Sahachari Devi, one of Sri Maharaj's first pracharikas. And Lakshman Sarup Bhatnagar was the lawyer, advocate, and he lived in Allahabad, but they were close friends. So hearing about this saint, they went to Vrindavan. I went through the whole thing. Eventually, they weren't able to find him. They went to Barsana and they will leave him. And they decided to visit Kusum Sarovar to have darshan of this very beautiful place. And when they went there and they were leaving, there's a little cave that is there still today. Whenever we'll visit Kusum Sarovar with Sri Maharaji, and even now with our DDs, Sri Maharaji himself used to go in that cave, and all of us to go in and do pranam, etc., puja. They saw a light coming from that cave. So they decided to investigate. When they entered the cave, they saw this boy sitting in that divine ecstasy, a light coming from his body. As I mentioned, the complexion, golden complexion, and there was a light coming out. seeing him, suddenly they started to cry. और पता नहीं क्यों रोने लगे. They have no idea, but they started to cry. Then Sri Janki Prasad went and got some food, etc. And he gave to Maharaji to eat. Before, whatever anyone will give to him, if they give food, he ate. They would feed him with their own hand. He never took and ate. And if no one fed, he just remained in that ecstasy, divine ecstasy. This was the first time he took with his hand and ate for himself. Anyhow, they started pleading with him and begging him, Paramhans Ji, we know you are a divine entity. You have descended in this world for a reason. But if you stay hidden like this, no one will benefit. Lok ka kalyan kaise hoga? So they had to plead with him to please come out in the world with them, so that the people in the world and the world will benefit. Lok ka kalyan hoga. So he acceded to their pleading, मान लिया, और उनके साथ जाने लगे. He left with them. So Lakshman Swarup Bhatnagar also had a house in Mathura. They first stopped in Mathura. And I mentioned yesterday that he gave a trim to him. Harim had got a short English style trim. He had long matted hair before. And they gave him nice clothes to wear, like a young gentleman. And Lakshman Swarup Bhatnagar then told his close friends and relatives about this young saint. He prepared a nice seat. And they all came and they saw this young, handsome in nice pants and shirt, nice clothes, with a nice English style haircut. And they thought, this is the saint that he was talking so much about. But when they sat down and Maharaji started to chant, गाने लगे तो भाव में गया. He went into that Mahabhav. They realized, this is the one. His chanting was so infectious. They felt the divine love and seeing him in the divine ecstasy. They realized this was the divine saint. Anyhow, I told you that he went first to Allahabad and then he proceeded to Pratapgarh. And there he went to the home of Mahabani and started staying with Mahabani and his family. Mahabani ji, his youngest daughter, was a baby at that time, very small. We all know her as Banchidi Devi, Banchidi Didi. Mahabani ji was a very great devotee also. So Maharaj chose to stay at his home and bless him and the whole family. Many things happened. We can't go into detail. Time is limited. So I told you that mostly Maharaji would do chanting the whole night. Pure raat bhar sankirtan karte the pehle. Either Hare Ram, Hari Bol, or Radhe Govinda Bhajo, Vrindavan Chanda Bhajo. Very simple chants he would do. But most time he was in the divine ecstasy. Devotees will also go into ecstasy. They will cry, etc. They will experience symptoms of divine love. And for the whole night, so every night and in the morning, then they will go to sleep. There was a room set aside for Sri Maharaji, as we lovingly call him. And when he would go in the room, he would go alone. Nobody would be in there and would lock the door from inside. And so they used to say he is going to office. One day, Mahabani, for some time, Mahabani and the family, they would hear voices coming from the room. The Sri Maharaji was speaking with someone or some people. Many voices. Mostly in Sanskrit, but other languages also. So Mahabani decided when it was a Sunday, that when Sri Maharaji came out, he said, "Hey, who were you speaking with in the room?" Mahabani ji loved and took care of Maharaji with fatherly affection, Vatsalya Bhav. So he treated him like a son. Maharaji very quickly changed the topic, as is his nature. But Mahabani ji kept insisting. Eventually Maharaji said, the scriptures have personified form. All these scriptures in Sanatana Dharma, Bhagavad Mahapuran, Gita, all the Puranas, Ved, etc., they have a personified form. The Sab Chetan hai, Divya hai. So all the scriptures personified and came to him. और रोने लगे. They are crying, pleading with him. Please, you have to do something. आपको कुछ करना चाहिए. Why? People in the material world are reading these divine scriptures and misinterpreting them. अनर्थ कर रहे हैं शास्त्रों का, वेदों का. They're given material, they mean according to their material intellect, not understanding the deeper divine meaning. I told you mostly what's written, especially in Ved, is called Parokshavad. Parokshavad means that on top is something is written, and what it actually means is a deeper divine. It has a divine meaning. These are divine words. To understand divine words, we have to have divine mind, divine intellect. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, Bhagavad Rasik, Rasik ki baate, Rasik bina ko samujh sakena, Khag jane, khag hi kai bhakha. Just as a bird alone can understand the language of another bird, so too, only a rasik saint, one who's attained that divine love, divine bliss, divine vision of God, can understand what is written by another rasik saint. Lots of people have written translation and they read and they keep classes. This is very bad. ये बहुत खतरनाक है. You have no idea what's written in these books. You know, not to go in detail here some other time. So they are pleading. You have to do something. Save us, bachao. तो महाराज जी ने कहा महाबली से कि हम कुछ करेंगे. Maharaji then said to Mahabani ji, I am going to do something. This was the year 1954. The following year, Maharaji prepared a huge Sammelan, spiritual conference. Again in Chitrakoot, that place called Chitrakoot. However, many great Mahatmas, Jagadgurus, they were in India at that time. I mentioned that only 5 Mool Jagadguru, original Jagadguru. Adi Jagadguru Shankaracharya, then came Jagadguru Ramanujacharya, then Jagadguru Nimbarkacharya, then Jagadguru Madhavacharya, and finally Jagadguruttam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Only 5. 5 Mool Jagadguru. When someone goes before a body of the greatest spiritual scholars in India, and there's Shastrarth, discussion on the scripture, debate, and they conclude that his knowledge is greater than all of them combined, they bestow the title Jagadguru. This only happened to 5. अब ये जब ये लोग चले जाते हैं संसार से, when these people leave the world, the original Jagadguru, someone goes and sit on the seat, उस सिंहासन में जाके बैठ जाते, अपने आप को जगतगुरु कहने लगे. Someone goes, some of his followers, they will go and sit on the throne, on the seat, and they will start calling themselves Jagadguru. I mentioned also that besides them, lots of people call themselves Jagadguru by themselves. But original only 5. So there were thousands of Jagadgurus so-called in India at that time. There were a lot of Mahant, Mahatma, etc. Approximately 72 of the greatest spiritual such people, qualified people, were invited to take part in this Mahasammelan. 1955, the month of October, the Sammelan was set for 15 days. 15 din tak chalega. October 16th to October 31st. आप उस सम्मेलन में 3 प्रश्न रख दिया. Lots of flyers and banners was printed and was sent. Every city in India was distributed. Banners were put everywhere. People came by the millions of people. And it was advertised the 3 questions that gives problem. ये 3 प्रश्न है. That these Mahatmas, these great saints who are coming, they will speak and they will clarify. On these topics. The 3 questions, briefly. Number 1. There are so many contradictions in the scriptures. In one scripture, there are so much contradictions. And every scripture propounds its own philosophy. One scripture says, Bhagwan Shiva is the Supreme Lord. One says, Shri Krishna is Supreme Lord. One says do this, one says do... So much contradictions. There are 4 previous Jagadgurus and their philosophy is also different. Jagadguru, Adi Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Advait Vedant. Jagat Mithya, the world is an imagination of the mind. God is only formless, etc. This was his philosophy. The other 3 that came after him contradicted him. कि ना कि जगत सत्य है, that the world is real. It's not an imagination of the mind. And that God is also sakar, he has a form. So many contradictions. So please reconcile all these so-called seeming contradictions in the scriptures, etc. इसका समन्वय करो. Second question. There are so many paths leading to God realization. The aim of the soul is to become free from Maya, to attain Bhagwan, that we don't have to come back in the world and suffer. So there are so many paths, mainly the path of Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Yoga and Bhakti. Out of these, which path really takes the soul from Maya, and especially in the age of Kali Yuga, which is the easiest and the one prescribed for this age? Please talk on this. And the third questions, there are so many organizations. Shaiva, Vaishnav, Shakti, Ganesh. So many different sects, different organizations, that the public is confused, the ordinary people are confused. How to resolve this? These three questions that these Mahatmas, these great spiritual saints are going to clarify. Maharaji had not put himself to talk. वो स्वागत अध्यक्ष बनाया अपने को. He made himself the head of the welcoming committee. There was a welcoming committee. सबके स्वागत करेंगे जितने ये महात्मा लोग आ रहे. So he formed a welcoming committee for all these great spiritual men who were coming, to take care of them, make sure that they had proper housing, food, to fund them. He took this job of funding them. Imagine, dissension of Radha Krishna. Such menial work he took. When great souls come in the world, God and the saints, they hide themselves. Gopaniyam, Gopaniyam, Gopaniyam Pratnataha. Maharaji was very careful to hide himself, his reality from the world. Anyhow, that Sammelan started, that conference, but nobody spoke on these three topics. Everyone spoke on something they were comfortable with, that they had read, and they normally would lecture on. Somebody Ramayana, somebody this, somebody Gita, somebody Bhagavad, Katha, like we see today on TV. So they're telling stories, they're doing Katha, but people, I'm thinking people will be happy, कि सब खुश हो जाएंगे. But the people had come, they had read the flyers, etc. And Maharaji had also introduced that these great Mahatmas are going to clarify these points. And nobody spoke. So there was an uproar. The people started to, Ab kab hoga? When is this going to happen? When are we going to get clarification of these three questions? Now the Mahatmas, they also got irritated. किसने ये तीन प्रश्न रखा? Who wrote these three questions? हमारा बदनाम करने के लिए, to give us a bad name. They started getting angry. So they were told, there's a boy, his name is Ram Kripal Tripathi. He is the one who arranged this Sammelan, and he wrote these questions. Oh ladka ke halal, bring him in. So hearing his name being called, Maharaj ji came. Ab kya hua bhai? Some problem? What happened? Hey mister, did you write these 3 questions? Yes. मैंने लिख दिया. Yes sir. He gave great respect to them. He bowed and said, yes, I did that. Then you have to answer it. इसका जवाब आपको ही देना. Maharaj had not put himself to talk. He was the welcoming committee. He said, my name is not there to talk. जो भी हो, आपको बोलना पड़ेगा. Whatever it is, you have to talk. Maharaj said, ठीक है. आप लोग की आज्ञा है. So order, I will follow. Very humbly he said. आप सब सत्संगी लोग घबरा गए. Now satsangis have gone, people who in Maharaj's association, they had accompanied him. They started panicking. They never heard him give lecture before. They will sit with him and they will ask some spiritual question. He will answer it. But he never gave lecture before. And mostly was chanting. As I said, whole night. They knew he was divine, but they never heard him give lecture. Ab kya hoga? What's going to happen? And Maharaji went. There was condition that I'm going to speak. I will speak for at least 2 hours, and everybody has to sit. Jitna Mahatma yahan hai, all Mahatmas, everybody has to sit. This is a condition. They all agreed. And Maharaji started speaking. That book we have, Prema Siddhant, which is so important. Whatever Maharaji spoke for the remaining days in that Sammelan, he put the essence of that in Prema Siddhant. This is what he spoke of. That book is so important. I hope we have all read it and studied it and over. And if you haven't, please get a copy. ले लो. अब आगे लोग समझ में आ गया कि इसमें क्या है. The people were, their amazement didn't know an end. Even the Mahatma sitting there, this little young boy, he's speaking on all the scriptures. Quoting from all the Vedas, all the Puranas, and on every topic, not only bhakti, jnana, yoga, karma, every topic. आश्चर्यचकित. ये छोटा लड़का, such a young boy and complete mastery over the entire, all the scriptures. Many great people had attended, great spiritual people. Mahopadhyay Girdhar Sharma was the president, Adhyaksh of the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, which at that time comprised of 500 of the greatest spiritual scholars in India at that time. Neela Megha Acharya, etc. Many great personalities attended. When the conference finished and these people went back, they started glorifying एक छोटा सा लड़का, a small boy, young boy. Shri Maharaji was just about 22 years at that time. But as I said, very skinny, very fair, and he looked much younger. A chota sa ladka. But he had complete mastery of all the Shastras, Darshan, Shastra, Ved, Puran. अब सबने सोचा ये बूढ़े सर गया इनके दिमाग. This Girdhar Sharma, Mahamahopadhyay, they were very old, they were very aged. Neel Megacharya, etc. So they thought these old men, they have gone a little bit crazy. Impossible. As every scholar, they had made one scripture their lifelong study, and even then they had no mastery over that scripture. They were not master. Even though it was their lifelong study. And one boy had mastery over the complete all the scriptures. All the Vedas, all the Puranas. Darshan Shastra. Impossible. The following year, Shri Maharaji had another Sammelan. 1956 in Kanpur. Again in the month of October. From October 5th to October 19th. Again many were invited. Huge crowds came. Huge. The Kashi Vidvat Parishad decided to send someone very famous from the organization. His name was Sri Raj Narayan Shukla Shat Shastri. He was the General Secretary of the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, and he was very famous as a Shastra Digbajay. His specialty is that he will go somewhere and he will challenge anybody in debate, and he never lost. If he went somewhere and someone said something about a scripture, no matter what it is, he'll prove them wrong. He'll prove them wrong. This was he was so famous. So they sent him, "Aap jaake dekh lo." So unannounced, Maharaji didn't invite him, he came. और लोगों ने बताया कि ये है श्री राज नारायण शुक्ल शत शास्त्री. महाराज जी इनके बारे में सुन लिए थे, कभी सुना था कि ये कैसे है. So people told Maharaji, Shri Maharaji, this guy, this old man who just came there, he's a great scholar from the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, his general secretary. His name is Raj Narayan Shakti Shastri. Maharaji had heard about him and what he was famous for. Maharaji said, okay. Maharaji acknowledged his presence, that today we are so blessed that we have in our midst such a great personality, a divine saint, Sri Raj Narayan Shukla Shakti Shastri from the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, and he will speak to you before me. मुझसे पहले वो बोलेंगे. When Maharaji was said this, he wrote in a piece of paper and sent it up to Maharaji that I will speak after you. This is what he would normally do. He would listen to the speaker and he would take all the mistake, and then afterwards he will destroy them. So his aim was that he let this boy talk first, and I'm going to find all his mistake and I'll fix him afterwards. So he took pen and paper and sat down. Maharaji started to speak, and he sat like this. The pen never moved, and he never wrote anything on the paper. He was so amazed. Maharaji spoke on bhakti and the greatness of bhakti. And he just remained like that, like a statue. Raj Narayan Shakti Shastri. When Maharaji finished, he said, tomorrow, Sri Shukla ji will speak to you tomorrow. This was, he was sent a message, I'll talk tomorrow after you, before you. That he will speak before. So next everybody came prepared. Maharaji also came and sat exactly where he had sat before. And he took pen and paper. But when Raj Narayan Shukla Shastri started speaking, Maharaji also pen and paper didn't move. Very quickly he got up from there and ran. Why? Because now Raj Narayan Shastri started praising Maharaji. He didn't give a lecture. That we are so blessed that we of the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, we would challenge even Brihaspati and Saraswati if they come here. We don't accept anyone. And we'll battle them in debate, in Shastart. But today we are so blessed that we are in the presence of divinity. As what this saint has said yesterday, unless you're divine, no one can speak like this. No one. That all of us are so blessed to be in his presence, and on and on. Whatever he said, it was published in a newspaper. There are still clippings of that available. People have kept very safely. It was published in the newspaper. How much he praised Maharaji at that time. He went back to the Kashi Vidvat Parishad Varanasi and he started glorifying. अब लोग ने सोचा ये कैसे जो भी जाते हैं इनका गुणगान करते हैं. They thought, what is this? Whoever goes, they start praising this young man. Does he have some kind of jadoo? Some kind of magic spell? He's brainwashing everyone. So they sent a letter, the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, invited Shri Maharaji to come to Varanasi. Please come, we want to hear you also. The entire Kashi Vidvat Parishad is going to listen to you. Maharaji didn't say anything, whether he was going or not. But at the home of Mahabaniji, the home he was staying in Pratapgarh, he was talking with Mahabani, you think I should go? Mahabani said, no, I don't think so. ये लोग बहुत खतरनाक है. These people, they are scholars. They are scholars. And they will try to make a fool out of you. Maharaj ne kaha, main jaunga, I'm going. And Maharaji wrote, he was playing on a harmonium, and on a piece of paper he wrote Jagadguru. And he said to Mahabaniji, they are going to make me Jagadguru, what do you think? So Maharaj, I told you, Mahabaniji, he was behaved with Maharaji, he loved him in a fatherly way. He said to him, आप जाके अपने मुंह को देखो शीशे में. Go and look at your face in the mirror, you're going to make you Jagadguru. Like that, in a kind of funny, just way. He didn't mean to insult Maharaji, he loved him so much. In a protective way. Anyhow, Shri Maharaji went. अब वहां जब पहुंच गए, many things happened, can't go in great detail. People were sent to Manga to find out if he is really, if he had taken birth, when he had taken birth. They thought that he, so some entity who had lived for 500 years at least. So they sent some people to investigate who is his mother and where he lived, and they went, few people, and investigated. They spoke to Maharaji's mother, whom we call Aji, etc., to people in the villages. They said, no, we all know. We know him. And he appeared on the, well, Everybody, as far as the world knows, he took bath. But there's a different thing. Anyhow, that he took bath and this is his mother, etc. And he's only this age. 33 years, going 34. So they came back and said like this. So now the preparation is there in Varanasi. And satsangis went also. So one satsangi was walking and he happened to meet a few of these scholars from the Kashi Vidvat Parishad. And they said, hey, aap unke satsangi hai? Hey mister, are you the satsangi of this person? Ram Kripalu Tripathi? Yes, I am. He's your guru? Yes, he's my Guruji. Very proudly said. He's my Guruji. Do you know this is Kashi? Yes. Here we speak, scholars we speak only in Sanskrit. हम सिर्फ संस्कृत में ही बात करते हैं. क्या आपके गुरुजी संस्कृत वो जानते हैं? Does your Guruji know Sanskrit? Yeah, my Guruji knows everything. He can speak on any language. The satsangi boasted like that. So he went back, but he never heard Maharaji speak in the conference. Yes, he quoted from the scriptures, but he spoke in normal Hindi. But now he's saying that Maharaji is going to, these are scholars of Sanskrit, Varanasi, in Kashi. So he went and he said, Maharaji, I happened to meet some of these scholars and they said that this is a place of, that the scholars say they speak only on Sanskrit, and if my Guru knew Sanskrit, and is he going to speak on Sanskrit? And I said, yes, my Guru can do anything. But I didn't know if you can. Maharaji ne kaha, aapne kaha to mujhe karna padega. You have said, so I have to do. Just like that casually. But Maharaji went and started to speak. पहले ऐसे आम तौर के ऐसे संस्कृत बोलने लगे. लोग ने सोचा ये, हमने सोचा कितने लोग गए उनके पास कि ऐसे ऐसे. So in the beginning there are different type of Sanskrit. There's ordinary Sanskrit. Then there is higher Sanskrit, the Puranas, etc. And then there's a higher Sanskrit, Ved. Very difficult. Even the scholars in Varanasi, there's certain Sanskrit that they can't understand. So Maharaji started very simple Sanskrit. And they started thinking, this is the person we heard so much about. That he's such a great scholar, he knows all, he has knowledge of all the Vedas and the Puranas and all these things. But Maharaji slowly increased the tempo. He started very simple, then he went a little bit higher, and then highest Sanskrit. Ooh. Maharaji would say that there were the scholars, they were so old that they would never listen to anybody. There's some amount of abhiman, they were so old and they were so knowledgeable that they would not listen to anyone. When they heard about this young boy speaking Sanskrit and they came and heard the perfection of his Sanskrit, they would come before everybody and sit all the way in front. Not because of knowledge he was given, they loved his Sanskrit. They just to hear his Sanskrit. वो आते थे पहले आके बैठ जाते थे. Shri Maharaji went on speaking like this for 9 days. 9 दिन तक. अब 10वें दिन इन लोगों ने मीटिंग रखा. The 10th day, they had a meeting, the Kashi Vidwar Parishad, the main people. अब हम लोग इनको निमंत्रण दिया यहाँ आने के लिए. They had called him there that with the intention of having Shastra to prove that he is nothing. अब Shastra to करना है, we have to have debate with him, Shastra. This is why we called him here. Yes, we call him like that, but who is going to do Shastra with him? It's okay if he was an ordinary person in the world who studied Vedas and Puranas. How can you have debate with such divine descension entity? They have recognized Maharaj's divinity, that he is not an ordinary man, that he is a divine descension. Only someone divine can speak like him and on the level. And his chanting was so infectious that they felt that the love of Radha Krishna in his chanting. That he is divine. To dena parega bina shastrat. Then we have to give the title to him without shastrat. For the first time in history, the title of Jagadguru was being given without any shastrat, any debate. Many things happened for the first time. अब देना पड़ेगा. Many wonderful titles were given, bestowed upon him. But it's not only Jagadguru, but Jagadguruttam. As I mentioned before, many of the devotees, Satsangi, who've been in Satsang for a while, we were asked, a competition was set up, a challenge by the Kashi Vidwar Parishad, for everyone to say the title that was bestowed upon Jagadguruttam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, Shri Maharaji, by the Kashi Vidwar Parishad. The title given was like this: Srimad Padvaka Praman Paravarin Vedamarg Pratishtapana Acharya Nikhil Darshan Samanvaya Acharya Bhakti Yoga Rasa Avatar Bhagwan Ananta Shri Bhushit Jagat Guru 1008 Swami Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj. In this there are many wonderful things being said. There was never said about any Jagat Guru before. Number one, Jagadguruttam. What does Jagadguruttam mean? In English you have good, better, best. So in Sanskrit also you have good, better, best. Jagadguru, Jagadgurutar, Jagadguruttam. The title of Jagadguruttam was bestowed upon him. That not only is he Jagadguru, but he is the best of the 5 original. He is only the 5th. 5वीं मूल Jagadguru. और उन 5 में सबसे श्रेष्ठ है. That in the 5 he is the most supreme. First thing. All the previous Jagat Gurus, there was contradiction and controversies in their philosophy. As I mentioned about Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, he said Jagan Mithya, his philosophy, that everything we see is an imagination of the mind, that the world is not real. We all imagine in everything we see. That God is only formless, nirakar, etc. The other 3 who came contradicted him. That the world is satya, is real, Jagat satya hai. The world is not an imagination of the mind. That God is also sakar, he is form, etc. Many, even amongst themselves, there was contradiction. He removed all the contradictions and reconciled their philosophy, showing everything they were saying was true, but in the context. He didn't contradict any one of them. He showed why they said they were saying. Why did Jagadguru Shankaracharya say this? He reconciled all the philosophy. The first time that happened. So he was given the one of the title, Nikhil Darshan Samanvaya Acharya. Another verse, Bhakti Yoga Rasa Avatar. The word Bhakti, I mentioned yesterday, means Radharani. I went in detail about Bhakti. The word Bhakti, divine love. The highest power that Sri Krishna has, he has uncountable powers, is Swarup Shakti. Chit Shakti, Swarup Shakti. The highest point of this Swarup Shakti is known as Ladini Shakti, the bliss potency. And the highest point, the essence of Ladini Shakti, Ladini Shar Ansha Tar Premanam, is known as Prem, Bhakti, divine love. And the highest point of this divine Bhakti, divine love, Prem, is known as Mahabhav, Radha. So Radharani is Bhakti. Last night I gave a lecture about Bhakta Bhakti Shakti As Govinda Radhe Bhagwan ko bhi Bhakt Bhakt bana de. Radha Govind Geet. One of the books Jagadguruttam Sri Mahaprabhu wrote, Radha Govind Geet. 11,111 dohas, containing all the philosophy of all the Vedas, all the Puranas, Mahabharata, Gita, Ramayana, etc. This was one verse. In this verse it says, the power of the bhakti, the love of a true devotee, bhakta bhakti shakti asa, that love is so powerful that Bhagavan ko bhi bhakt bhakt bana de, that devotee makes Bhagavan his devotee. He becomes a slave to that devotee, all because of this thing called bhakti, divine love. He says to Durvasa Muni in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Aham bhakta varadhino yasvatanta ivadvija Sadhu Bhirgrasta Hridayo Bhaktair Bhakta Jana Priya. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 9th canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse. Durvasa had come for help. Sudarshan Chakra was going to kill him because he tried to harm a devotee of Sri Krishna, Ambarish. And Bhagavan sent Sudarshan Chakra. He went everywhere, Brahma, Shiv, everywhere. No one will give help to him, would protect him. Finally, he fell at the feet of Sri Krishna, begging for help. Bhagavan said, I can't do anything. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Why? You are supremely independent, free. Param Swatantra Nasira Balako. No one and nothing controls you. Yeah, that's true. But, the subsection of the law. Aham bhakta paradhinaha. When it comes to the love, those who love me selflessly, my divine devotee saints, I am no longer free. They bind me and tie me up with the ropes of their divine love and makes me dance as a monkey dances to the tune of the trainer. I am no longer free. I can't help you. If Ambarish forgives you, fine, I cannot. That's why Radharani, in every other form of dissension, Shakti is servant Shaktiman. Mother Sita is pressing the feet of Prabhu Shri Ram. Ma Parvati is pressing the feet of Shiv Bhagwan. When it comes to Radharani, Shri Krishna is doing Charan Seva. He is present and he is begging for Charan Seva. He is subservient to Radharani because of bhakti. She is bhakti personified. So bhakti means Radharani. And ras? Ras means Shri Krishna. Raso vaisara sagvam hevayam labdhva nandi bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 2 verse 7. The Vedas say Shri Krishna is ras. He is bliss, anand, happiness. Whether we say happiness or we say Shri Krishna, these are two names for one and the same entity. So ras means Shri Krishna, bhakti means Radharani, yog means to join, to bring together, to join. So bhakti, yoga, ras, and avatar means descension, divine descension. Only God descends. Not incarnation, we incarnate. God descends. Descends, कोई ऊपर है और नीचे आ गया, उसी को अवतार कहते हैं. Someone is standing somewhere on top of a building, he comes down, that is descent. So God descends. So they are saying that he's a divine descension. Avatar hai. Which avatar? Bhakti Yoga Rasa avatar. The divine descension of divine love, bliss. In other words, Radha Krishna. In other words, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. They put a stamp. Many such titles. This for the first time. I'm just telling you first time. Such an entity was bestowed the title Jagadguruttam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, whom we lovingly call Shri Maharaji, our Gurudev, over there. And this incident took place on the 14th of January 1957. And that day has come to be known as Jagadguruttam Diwas. And that's why we're celebrating Jagadguruttam Diwas today. In such an important and significant day for all the entire world, but especially those who have accepted him as Guru. He's Guru for the whole world. Not only for me, not only for you, but the whole world, the whole universe. And for us who have accepted him as Guru, this day is very important. In order to benefit from an entity, we have to love. And how are we going to love? By knowing. When we don't know who or what that entity is, we can't love. The more we know, the more we will love. This what I have told you is nothing. It's just dust. I can't even claim that I have even started to speak about his glory and who he really is. But this is just this occasion today that we are celebrating. So this is enough today. There's much more we'll hear some other time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Radha Rani ki, Bhakti Yoga Rasa Avatar Jagat Guru 1008 Swami Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai